So you want to become a better sniper in Fortnite Battle Royale. It's not like any other Call of Duty or FPS shooter game where if you have the sight right on the person it hits, there's actually a fall off to the bullet. So you have to lead your shots if people are running and stuff like that. So there's a lot of questions, and people have questions about how do you actually become a better sniper. Now, in some of these clips, you guys are going to see I actually like kind of quick scope the person, like I react quick, take the shot, and that's because it takes time, you guys. It takes time and practice. You're never going to get good at something unless you practice. I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear that, but it's true. If you want to get better at sniping, anytime you see a sniper, pick it up and actually shoot the person. If you're one-on-one fighting someone and you're in a base and they're in a base, instead of having out your AR, pull out your sniper and wait for them to peek. The second they peek, take the shot and practice that way, you guys. Tip number one is practice. I know it's a horrible tip. Not everybody wants to hear that because nobody wants to hear, oh, it takes time and practice and effort in order to get good at something. But it's true, you guys. That's just solid facts. Now, step number two, what kind of sniper you're going to want to use in the game. Now, I know a lot of people, the bolt action is the go-to sniper because when it comes to sniping, you want to do one thing, and that's one shot, one kill to eliminate the person. Now, automatic sniper, it's not as good, you guys. I mean, even if you get headshots, you're still not going to finish people. So it's not a one shot, one kill, but I want you guys to pick it up and use it. I know a lot of you guys, for those of you guys that are more advanced at sniping, don't listen to this tip. This is more for the beginners because the bolt or the rapid fire one, the one that you can shoot multiple times, that's so much better because of multiple reasons. One, you can actually watch where your bullet goes, so you can test out different locations. You can test out how far they are, and you can see, oh, okay, this shot missed because I was too high. So then you lower your shot. This shot missed because I was too low. This shot missed because I was too much one way or the other, so you can adjust. And that's all it takes, is adjusting like that and taking your shots to learn exactly how far you have to hit, or how high up, how low, much to the right, to the left. And each one of those shots, every time you take a shot like that with that sniper rifle, you're practicing and you're getting the feel to know where you have to hit to actually hit your shots. When it comes to getting better, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Like, even if you're not finishing the kill, like say you do hit your shot and you don't finish them, at least you got them weak, and at least you know exactly how high up you had to aim for that distance. So the more you see it happen, the more that it'll be a natural instinct. Like for me, I don't calculate every single shot. I'm not like, oh, I have to go this high because this one video said I had to go this high. No, guys, it's just natural. It comes natural to me. Like, I see how far they are, and then I judge it instantly and react off of it. And that's how you guys want to be. And using the sniper that I told you to use, it'll get you better at reacting like that. It'll just make you a better player. There's no way to do it besides, there's no like mathematics. It's got to be natural instincts with sniping. So you guys got to practice with these weapons. And I promise you guys, it'll work. It'll get better. All right, guys. Now in step 3, we're gonna talk about how high or how low you have to aim on a person depending on how far they are. So, guys, this one, as we all know in Call of Duty, if you had the reticle on the person exactly lined up in the center of the lines, you hit your shots no matter how far they are. But this one, there's fall off damage, so the only time you're gonna have the reticle exactly on the center point, exactly on the person, is if they're 0 to 70 meters away. Now what this looks like is about this far. So this is probably about a 20 to 50 meter range. Anywhere between that range, you don't have to aim any higher. If you want to go for a headshot, just put it right on his forehead and shoot. There's nothing you got to do about that. Just shoot right on his head. Now right about here, if they're all the way down that far, this is about 100 to 150. This is where you're actually going to have to start aiming up a little bit. So right around this area, put it right on that second mark. If you guys can see that little second mark right under the center, that's where you want to put his head at. It's right about there. Take your shot and it should drop perfectly right on him. So this is a super long range shot. As you can see, he's 150 plus meters. This is probably like 200 to 300 meters. You still want to keep it kind of high, but go right in between the second and the first one, right about there. Right on that second one, if you're going for a headshot, put it right about there, maybe a little bit lower. And if you shoot, the fall off should be just perfect. So as you guys saw, you don't have to aim too high. Like I said, in this picture right here, you never want to go below this area. You never want to aim higher than this area basically on the target. So you want to keep the person's body around this little circular area of your scopes at all times, you guys. You never want to go higher or lower than that unless we're talking about angles. Now that's going to be step number 4 that we're going to talk to you guys about today. So now in step number 4, we're going to talk about when someone is higher than you or below you. Now this one, you don't really have to worry too much about. If somebody is on top of a mountain above you, you still want to keep it around that little circular area that I showed you guys. There's nothing about fall off damage when it comes to that. Sometimes it depends on how far they are, just like distance will always be the same, but the up and down, if someone's above you, the bullet does not matter. The bullet doesn't have to arc a certain way if they're above you. If they're below you, the bullet will not drop even farther or go up even higher just because they're below you. It's still all about your distance, you guys, so don't worry about if someone's above you or if they have high ground and you don't have high ground. It's still gonna probably be the same thing. The only thing that's different is they just have the high ground advantage on you, so you don't really have to worry about that. I just want to clear that up with you guys because a lot of people think that, oh, just because they're up higher than me, I have to aim even lower or higher because there's an angle to it. It's not true, you guys. Step number 5, guys, I know this is for beginners and stuff like that, so if you're intermediate, don't worry about this, but step number 5 is finish your shots. Even if you knock somebody or you see your teammate knock somebody, take your time and actually finish those kills, because even though it's a non-moving target, it still gives you time to practice. That's all it is practice. When you're shooting a non-moving target or a person crawling, it's better practice for you to be able to see how high up or how low down you have to aim. So it's a lot better. It is a smaller target because their body is crouched, so there's not much you can hit, so it makes it harder, but it's good because harder things make you better. So if you get good at something that's hard, you'll be really good at it. Step number 6 is leading your shots. Now guys, this determines on how fast the person is running. The distance doesn't matter too much. The distance is all about up and down. Now how far how fast they're running determines how far right or left you have to aim. So you guys got to balance this out together. Now if you determine that they're sprinting full speed, you have to go far right. If they're just walking, like in this clip right here, you guys can see I'm only a couple centimeters ahead of that person because they're going to walk into the bullet. I'm not exactly lined up and down on the person, but I'm just slightly left of the person so that way they can walk into the bullet. So that's basically what you want to do, is have them walk into the bullet. Now we're going to cover sprinting. This can be a little difficult to teach, but you guys have to learn how fast the bullet travels, and that's all you got to do is learn how fast the bullet travels. I can only teach you exactly how far it is from a certain distance, but when it comes to farther back from this clip right here, it's harder to determine unless you know how fast the bullet travels. But the second you shoot more sniper shots, you'll learn how fast the bullet travels, and you'll learn yourself exactly how far ahead you have to shoot it. But as you guys can see in this clip, I have it a little bit more far ahead from the person rather than the first clip. So at about that speed and that distance, I'm aiming right around here to pull my trigger. When the person hits that location or spot on my crosshairs, this is when I'm going to pull my trigger so that way they can run into the bullet. Like I said, it's learning the timing of your bullet so they can run into your bullet and they can connect at the same time. Keep in mind that this is only around 50 to 100 meters back. If they're any farther than that, like 150 to 250, I would aim right around here. Anything farther than that is going to be a little difficult. This is probably the farthest back you'll want to go if somebody's sprinting from like 300 meters away, but you're not going to see that too often. Now that's basically all the tips that I have for you guys when it comes to sniping for beginners, guys. This tutorial video was people that need to learn a little bit more about sniping. Basic steps: practice, guys. Practice, practice, practice. Pick up snipers and actually use it. You'll never get good unless you use it. So that's all I have for you guys in today's video. If you guys want to learn an advanced tutorial on sniping, give this video a thumbs up. If we can break 1,000 likes on this video, I'll immediately upload an advanced tutorial, and this is going to cover 1, when to pull out a sniper and use your AR, how to switch from your sniper to AR quick after you get a hit marker, when to rush kids after you knock kids, how to double snipe, basically using 2 snipers and knock 2 kids at the same time. It's just going to be a lot more advanced tips and stuff like that. But guys, thank you so much for the support on the video. In the comments down below, let me know how this tip video worked out for you. And I just want to let you know now, if you're throwing hate in the comments, it's fine. I'm just gonna hide your username from the comment section, so you'll never be able to comment on this channel again. So it's fine if you guys hate. It's up to you. I check every single comment, so anyone that hates, it's just getting removed. Again, this is just for beginners.